So, how was your camping trip to Yellowstone National Park?
Amazing, life-changing, incredible.
Wow, I guess you had a good time. I love camping.
Oh, the camping was great, and we watched the geysers erupt nearby. They were spectacular.
Did you see the giant, colorful hot springs too?
Yeah, we saw the Grand Prismatic Spring. We went to see it around dusk. The colors are more intense at the end of the day.
Nice. What else did you do?
Oh, we went rafting on the river. It was really fun and exciting. Have you ever done that?
Unfortunately, no. Did you go hiking?
We went hiking nearly every day, and I loved that.
Did you see a lot of animals?
We did. We saw eagles and hawks, elk, deer, bison, goats, and beavers. Oh, and bats.
Bats? Did you go caving?
Yes, we went caving inside the Wind Cave. It's one of the longest caves in the world.
Oh, wow. So you had all these amazing experiences at Yellowstone. What did you enjoy the most?
I really enjoyed living the cowboy life.
The cowboy life?
Yeah, I loved riding horses, sitting around a campfire, sleeping outdoors, waking up to the sound of birds, and just exploring the outdoors.
And how did you like eating beans out of cans?
Not so much.
How was the race last week?
Pretty good. I got second place.
Oh, well done.
Thanks. It wasn't easy.
Did you get a prize?
Yeah, I did. I won a $50 book voucher.
Great. You must be really happy.
I am. It was really hard work, but it was worth it.
Milestones in Exploration.
In 1953, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay climbed Mount Everest.
In 1963, Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman to travel to space.
In 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first people to walk on the moon.
In 1985, Robert Ballard discovered the Titanic.
In 1986, Robert Swan walked to the South Pole.
In 1999, Bertrand Piccard and Brian Jones flew a balloon non-stop around the world.
In 2001, Anne Bancroft and Liv Arneson traveled across Antarctica.
In 2010, 16-year-old Jessica Watson sailed alone around the world.
In 2015, Gennady Padalka broke the record for the longest time spent in space.
Anne Bancroft and Liv Arneson were once school teachers, but in February 2001, they became the first women to cross the Antarctic on foot. They walked, skied, and ice sailed for more than 2,700 kilometers in extremely cold and dangerous conditions. The journey lasted 3 months. Bancroft and Arneson wanted their adventure to inspire others to their own achievements. Using a website and satellite phone calls, more than 3 million children from around the world were able to watch and share in this amazing journey.
In 1969, Apollo 11's lunar module landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong was the first to walk on the moon. Buzz Aldrin was second. They were on the surface of the moon for just over 2 hours. Michael Collins was also on the mission, but he didn't walk on the moon.
Piccard and Jones began their balloon flight around the world in 1999.
Were they successful?
Yes, they were.
Did they make any stops on their journey?
No, they didn't.
How long did the journey take?
It took almost 20 days.
Chiaki Mukai was the first Japanese woman in space and the first Japanese citizen to make 2 space flights. Mukai was working as a heart surgeon in Japan when the National Space Development Agency of Japan, NASA, chose her to be one of 3 specialists on the Space Shuttle Columbia on July 8, 1994. On that mission, she spent 15 days in space. In November 1998, she returned to space for a second time, this time aboard the Discovery Space Shuttle. On that mission, Mukai and the crew led 80 scientific and medical experiments related to microgravity, or weightlessness. In the tests, Mukai said she had trouble touching the floor. Some things that can be easily done on Earth cannot be easily done in space. Chiaki Mukai was also the head of a subcommittee of the United Nations, UN, called the Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. A subcommittee is a smaller group formed from a larger group, or committee. In this role, she was the first Japanese person and the first female astronaut to head a scientific and technical subcommittee for the UN. The subcommittee discusses questions such as survival on Earth and in outer space, and about the dangers of satellites that create space debris or garbage.
Let's go south. All of you are actually going south. This is the direction of south, this way. And if you go 8,000 kilometers out of the back of this room, you will come to as far south as you can go anywhere on Earth, the pole itself. Now, I am not an explorer. I'm not an environmentalist. I'm actually just a survivor. And these photographs that I'm showing you here are dangerous. They are the ice melt of the South and North Poles. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to listen to what these places are telling us. And if we don't, we will end up with our own survival situation here on planet Earth. I have faced head-on these places, and to walk across a melting ocean of ice is without doubt the most frightening thing that's ever happened to me. In this photograph, we are standing in an area the size of the United States of For the last 11 years, we have taken over 1,000 people from industry and business, women and men from companies, students from all over the world, down to Antarctica. And during those missions, we've managed to pull out over 1,500 tons of twisted metal left in Antarctica. That took 8 years. And I'm so proud of it because we recycled all of it back here in South America. We have taken young people from industry and business from India, from China. These are game-changing nations and will be hugely important in the decision about the preservation of the Antarctic. NASA informed us 6 months ago that the Western Antarctic ice shelf is now disintegrating. Huge areas of ice. Look how big Antarctica is, even compared to here. And our survival here on Earth are linked. And there is a very simple solution. If we are using more renewable energy in the real world, if we are being more efficient with the energy here, running our energy mix in a cleaner way, there will be no financial reason